Hello, everybody. My name is Satan herself, and I am absolutely so excited to be your host here at PFC 2024. I see that I have not updated the screen, but it's Satan. Hi. Stir has taken a break and will be back later. But I am here to let you all know that we have our next run ready. This is the 1-0 run by Minedea101. So we are going to head and jump on into it in just a moment. So, yeah, let's transition on in. Idea, we're live.
Oh, right. Hello, I am Minedea101, the 101, and today I'm going to be doing the 1-0 run. I've made countless level packs over a year, and I'm going to run them all because some of the good ones don't get nearly enough attention. So yeah, that's what
I'm
we'll be
really excited to
doing.
see this. Let's do it.
I think we all are.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Give me one sec, because I forgot to update the running name. Wow. All right. And let's start that timer. Yeah, give me a countdown.
3, 2, 1, go! All right, so some people out there may be going, what is a level pack? I've never seen this crazy level in Peggle before. What's it? Why is Katamari here? I love Katamari. When did they do a Peggle collab? Well, you, my friend, you can make Peggle levels. Anyone can. And that's what I've done. I've made countless Peggle levels using Peggle Edit by Intel Orca. And if you can just make a bunch of levels and you can create level packs and you can just play them in the game. So that's what I will be playing. I'll be playing my level packs. And so this first set you will see is themed around Katamari, the hit game. We all love Katamari. And so that's the first run. You'll notice that what's that? What's up with my ball there? My ball, it doesn't look like a normal Peggle steel ball bearing. It looks kind of like a marble there. Well, you can also change graphics. Like, what's that? That's not a fireball. What is that? Oh, that's a bubble. Now,
Wow, that
they
looks
may
really
not fit
good.
this theme. They may not fit Katamari, but thank you. They fit another level pack that you'll see coming up. So you can also add custom textures into the game that will override the other ones. So that's also really easy to do. Sometimes it can get a bit finicky with like 3D acceleration and stuff, but once you figure it out, it's a really easy process, and I recommend everyone tries to make their own level packs. So I will say, due to for Katamari, there is actually a custom ball sprite that is the Katamari ball, but because I currently have Peggle Arrow, which is another pack you'll see coming up, it overrides Peggle Katamari, sadly, so we won't be able to get to see that today. But you will get to see me play the Peggle We Peg Katamari challenges later. That's fun, because we met that incentive. Thank you all very much. So,
Yeah, that was incredible. Thank you all so much for rocketing past our goal on that one, and also for getting our first bonus run met on the day. That does not mean we are done, though. Our next incentive is for $225 on the marathon. It is for the fast-forwarded full clears. That is going to be full clearing levels, so getting every single peg off of the screen in Peggle Deluxe during PolyPies' or after PolyPies' double day run later in the marathon. And you get to unlock the information for our final bonus extra added just today incentive. All your donations go towards that, by the way. Go ahead and type !donate in chat to donate towards the ACLU and towards our amazing incentives.
yep. This is the one level you will see me use strats for, and that is because you can get slides here. And we all love some good slides. I know I love some good slides. That's why I try to put one in packs, because everyone loves them. So,
Oh wow, that's
level
life
packs.
works.
For a while there,
That's
yeah,
awesome. I never knew
all of
that.
them work.
Wow.
It's fantastic. It's We really strive at Minedea101 Industries for that full slide experience. Yeah, so for a while, um, Peggle there was not many Peggle level packs. It's only very recently we've had a big boom with them, sort of. Uh, like for a long time, there was only just Pegged, which is a good Peggle Deluxe mod, but there is some like issues with level design in it because the old version of Peggle Edit, there's a lot of issues with mostly curved bricks, and so it was very difficult to make good slides work in that old version. And there was just a lot of things that made it really awkward and jank to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Three of the packs I will be playing today have been made using that version. I will mention which ones they are when they come up, but you will also notice that they are also you'll be able to tell that they were made. You'll see a lot of jank stuff with curved pegs and such. So yeah, so for a while there wasn't many level packs, and so there was only really me and one other person in the Peggle Discord that was making packs. Um, then we had Poetry Stud very graciously host a Peggle level pack speedrunning competition, and that really brought back a lot of attention to all of the level packs, including the official ones. I should clarify. There's also some official ones. This level packs are not all fan made. There are 3 official PopCap ones. But yeah, Poetry Stud really helped bring a lot of publicity to level packs and running them again. And then me and Emilovic, another great Peggle runner and person in the Peggle community, me and Tim hosted a Peggle level pack making competition where everyone had to make level packs, and we we ranked those. That I had a ton of fun doing that event because there is just so many great level packs that people have made and that people want to make, but they just haven't yet. Go if you have an idea, go make that level pack. Go make it right now. I need more Peggle to play.
And yeah, my idea is
Yeah,
not
and
exaggerating about levels being really, really easy to make in Peggle Edit. They're even I can do it. I made a level for Peggle Fevers, and I don't know anything about technology like at all. And it's also really easy to download and play these as well. If people want to play what they're seeing, idea, how can they do that?
the most red the most common place people will upload their Peggle level packs is on Game Banana, which is a website people share mods and such, and there's tons of Peggle level packs on there. It's really exploded in the past year there. With a bunch of new full game level packs, like what Peggle Fevers, I worked on that. Satan worked on that. A bunch of Peggle people worked on that. We even have Brian Rothstein. Everyone knows Brian Rothstein. He made Peggle. He made a level. You should play Peggle Fevers. You should play. You should play it now, today, and we're gonna see a run from it later. This
Yeah, this event.
marathon.
That's right. That's right.
This event, yeah.
Yeah, if you own Peggle Nights, you can play all of this for free. Every single bit of Peggle custom content, at least that I know of, is completely free. So absolutely go ahead and get yourself Peggle Nights on Steam if you don't already, and start playing some of these awesome creations. I love these levels. They're just so colorful and just like super creative design-wise. Minedea is the goat of Peggle level packs for sure.
You. Thank you. Yeah. The Katamari, I feel like it's my most recent pack. I feel like it's really well put together and made. This one, however, has not aged as graciously. I have lots of things to say about this pack. This pack is based around Neon White, uh, a very cool first-person single-player shooter where the goal is to speedrun and beat levels as fast as you can. Very cool, lots of cool movement in it with tech and stuff. But this level pack, this was the 4th one I made, and this has not aged as graciously as some of the others. at this point in my Peggle making career, I slowly in my packs I was adding more and more pegs, and in this pack the average peg per level is around like 150, and the average Knights level it's around like 100, 110. So you'll see it leads to a lot of these big clusters that are sort of hard to break through. Um, but it still has its charm. I just There's a lot of things I wish I could go back and read about this pack, especially since it was the pack that is on speedrun.com. Uh, but yeah, another cool thing we might be able to see here if who will oblige. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, no. Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay. You may notice that some of these packs are just popping in here, like so. And you may be wondering, huh? I didn't see that in the original in when I played through Peggle Nights, the hit game, better than deluxe. Well, that's because you did see it in some levels, like 8-4 Fire Eater, which may be a bad level, but they hide it in objects, so you can't actually see them disappear and reappear. But you can just ignore that when making Peggle levels, which is awesome. But also, it leads to some jank where you may be wondering, huh, so if that peg just spawns in, like, right there, what happens if my ball is right there? And what happens is it gains a boatload of momentum and goes flying all over the screen. Um, if it happens close enough to the edge, sometimes it can just clip off of the level and just eat your ball, which kind of sucks. But with who can do some crazy shots with it. Uh,
Yeah, so I don't think
and
we've really
I
explained how
some people
Who
may not like it.
works. So Who is kind of like an
Oh yeah,
aimbot, right?
yeah. Who checks like a certain amount of angles based around where you shot, and then determines which one gives the most score and goes for that one. And so oftentimes, if he sees that oftentimes when your ball gets telefragged, as I've called it, um, it will shoot around and hit a bunch more pegs, and a majority of the time, that will get you a bunch more points. So who is also you know uh, slightly biased to more often go for the telefrag, which I think is really cool and is it's not a feature that you get to see in like the normal campaign, because there is no level where you can do this. So I think it really shows like how advanced like this AI who is that they made.
Yeah,
Um,
and how cool level
and
packs
it
are.
really shows like the how great some of this like programming is even after all these years.
It's really robust stuff. Yeah. I also wanted to quickly mention that we are less than $100 away from our next incentive being met. So that is really, really awesome, but
Woo.
we need to get there. So any donations would be super, super awesome and appreciated. And as a reminder, what that next incentive is, that is the bonus fast forwarded full clears by Polypies. Polypies will have to complete 2 pages of the challenges, which are to fully clear 10 whole levels. But wait, there's more. When taking shots, fast forward will always be on, making it difficult to aim shots towards the bucket and creating some really tense moments when low on balls. So that sounds really, really tense and exciting and interesting and fun. So if you want to see that
I
after
know I
the
want to see
double
that.
day run later today, that will require us to get to $225 on the marathon. Every single donation counts, and it all goes towards the ACLU, which is fantastic.
Truly a W. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see that. I would also love to see that run personally. So come on, let's raise some more money for ACLU. Yay!
Yeah, and also if y'all don't know, Polypies is the former world record holder of Peggle Deluxe, which is the run, one of the 2 runs that he is going to be doing later today. So he is really good at this game, to say the least.
All right, that's enough fooling around with Warren. Or I mean Jimmy.
Yeah, you're trying to use a Jimmy
Uh,
there. That's funny. I do
yeah,
like it. I
he'll have
respect
more
it.
times to shine later in this run. Trust me. I
Oh,
have
I'm sure.
I've picked out some key levels for him.
Wonderful.
Another thing I try to do in a lot of my I've started to do recently with a lot of my packs is include at least one Jimmy level because my boy does not get enough love. He is a solid mid tier and not a lowly bottom tier as many people see him
I
as.
don't
And I think he
disagree. I
needs
have
more
some ranking
recognition.
videos on my YouTube channel that exactly agree with that assessment. Jimmy is better than people think.
Yeah.
He does a multi-ball, so when the green peg is hit, two balls come, or another ball comes out of that green peg, and it can bounce, you know, all around the level, which can be way better than you think. So yeah, certain levels that are designed well for Jimmy include like lots of moving pegs, and lots of opportunities for like high up greens to do lots of stuff later. So we will be seeing those,
Yep.
as promised.
Oh, all right.
That was brutal. But we're also playing with Warren now. Oh, that was brutal. That's all right. You got this. Warren, as you can see, is a gambler. Do you want to describe Warren?
Warren is the best master in the game that some people just don't seem to appreciate or they can't handle because they're quite unlucky. Okay,
Oh.
we have an early appearance from the Bosch Ball. I was trying to save this for later as a surprise,
What a
but
surprise.
cat's out of the bag. Cat's out of the bag. This is the Bosch Ball. You saw the Bosch Ball. Oh, I'm sorry. That was bait for later. You weren't meant to see that yet. Close your
Let's
eyes.
go,
Close
Bosch
your eyes.
Ball. Close your eyes and
Let's
then
go
open them
Bosch
again, because we're
Ball.
doing Pegglethon.
Yes. You don't. You can miss that bit of Peggle, but don't miss all the Peggle. You know, open them again. Don't go to sleep.
Don't go to sleep. Stay
Please
awake.
wake up. Please wake up.
This attempt is looking okay. This is a tricky level here that you've made.
Yeah, that's as you'll see with a bunch of these. This is probably the hardest level pack I've made, because like I said before, just the sheer amount of pegs leads to a very clustered kind of design, and you know there's some things I just don't like how I did. So notice how this that slide was kind of crooked, and like it didn't get like all the slide very well. Like while that does fit the art of Neon Red's dye here better, it fits her shape better, it's not as good for gameplay, and that's something I sort of sacrificed in this pack. Was I was still learning about the balance between drawing the background and a good gameplay experience, and that once again leads to this very clustered game plan where I just start putting pegs everywhere there's a background object. Like, oh, both his teeth here, they both need a peg. They're kind of close together. It'll be fine. But yeah, it's led to this very clustered game, sort of style that was quite hard and wasn't very fun to speedrun, which you know is a disappointment since it's the one on speedrun.com, and is also based on a speedrun game. Yeah, this slide, I was very happy with the slide. I spent ages trying to get it to hit this one peg. Or that one brick. I could never get it to work. Every time it just screwed the slide for some reason. Don't know why. Very sad about that. That annoys me every time I see it. But
also, like, making a slide out of those
stay
bricks like that is really, really hard to do. Even if it misses one in the middle, it's really satisfying to see that.
Yeah, I really we've only really seen this sort of like design in 4-5 in Deluxe, and I feel like it's really underrepresented. It's a really cool sort of brick layout, and I myself have to use it more. I've only really capitalized on it in sort of this level pack. I need to, but you know, I might have some things cooking with it in the future.
Ooh, future Minedea content? That's exciting.
Yeah. I'm always cooking.
Always cooking, chat.
I'm always there. I'm always in the shadows, lurking, cooking.
Chat, I have an idea. I would love to see some donations with your level pack ideas. If you could make a level pack based on something, what would you make it? Or what would you have Minedea make a level pack on? If you don't want to do it yourself.
I may have to open commissions, you know? Minedea101, he's on the market.
Why not? Well, we've already got some amazing ideas with the Katamari pack and the Neon White pack, and there's even more coming up. There's a lot more coming up in this run. We are not even close to being done.
Well, yeah. Now this level is quite infamous, as when I first released this pack, three notable runners, Britcha, Helios, and Poetry Stud, they all decided to race it together, and one of them had a lot better time than the others, I'll say. As I said before, this is one of my hardest packs I made, and a lot of that comes down to the challenges. And in this challenge, you had to score, I believe it was 375,000 points with Jimmy and 7 balls. So, Poetry Stud, he got it like just like that, like it within like 2 tries. Helios and Britcha, they had a very fun time suffering on it for about like half an hour. I had to, yeah, so I had to update this level pack numerous times with balance changes and also backgrounds, because a lot of the backgrounds, because a game like Neon White, surprisingly, with a title like that, you wouldn't expect it to, but it has a lot of very bright backgrounds, a lot of white backgrounds, and gamers don't like white things. They set their Discord to dark mode. They set their browser to dark mode. They don't want the harsh light to singe their eyeballs, to damage their retinas. So I had to lower the brightness on a lot of these backgrounds. But I will say that was that was very needed. A lot of the changes I made to this were very needed, and there's a lot more changes this pack needs, but it's too many. I think the amount it needs to make it too good is too many, sadly. But I am interested. I am at some point going to come back to this pack and all my packs that I've made, and retouch them up and redo them, because I've learned a lot as a Peggle level maker in my time. I've learned a lot about what makes a good level, what makes how to balance between the background and gameplay. Like this massive ring of peg, this is not needed. I had this in the middle. That would have been a fine level. Maybe even just like these, but like a third of them. But no, I said, you know what, my peg count isn't quite at high enough yet. I need to add some more. And that's a flaw. I see a lot of
a level pack, by the way, Minedea, do you have any advice on how many pegs that a level should contain?
Yeah, a lot of levels in Knights, they are around 100, 110 pegs. That is a fine number. That is all you need. You don't have to aim for that number every time. You can go a bit higher, you can go a bit lower. But it's a mistake I often see in people when they make their first level pack, is they add in a bunch of pegs everywhere. And it creates a, as I've said, a clustered feel, and it doesn't really lead to good gameplay. Another thing I will recommend is don't have long rows of horizontal brick lines, because you want to be able to reach like everything in the level just by like breaking through like one or two layers of brick or like pegs. You don't want to have to go digging endlessly for one peg at the very bottom of the level that takes 20 pegs to get to. That's just not fun at the end of the day. It may fit your theme or background, but it's just not good for gameplay, and ultimately that's the most important thing about level packs.
Oh, uh-oh. Looks like we might be having a little bit of a connection issue. Sorry about that, folks. I hope we get back in it soon. Are we back? Okay, I'm hearing and seeing things. It got a little DC'd there for a second. Hopefully we're all good now.
Oh. I hope they didn't miss my great advice I was just giving about making Peggle packs.
I think we heard the vast majority of it.
All right, cool, cool. Yeah. One thing I am happy with, and it's, this level, it's a joke level, but at the point you won't be able to see it on this level. But one thing I was happy with in this pack was how I sort of gave different like styles to each of the characters. So like you would have noticed, like on the neon red level, I made her mainly using lots of bricks and slides, and neon violet, she was made of a lot of those that unique brick formation, that you saw in like a 4 or 5 in deluxe, and like carry those to like the group shots with like all the characters. And that's one thing I was really proud really happy with, theming, um
Yeah, that's really
there's
cool.
a lot more. Yeah, you can bring a lot to your designs, with like giving like motifs with like pegs, and you can like sort of like tell a bit of a story with it. It's kind of cool, kind of unique, kind of creative. Oh, what's this? New level pack time. New level pack just dropped. Where are we? We're in No Straight Roads. This game, pretty cool. Gameplay, not the best, I will admit, but everything else about it, love it. It's great.
What is the ball doing in those center pegs?
So,
Looks a little funky. Whoa!
oh yeah, you might know. Yeah, these pegs, you might know, they're a bit bouncy. They're a bit funky. That's because they're instruments. I made them bouncy. I was experimenting with bounce. This was the third level pack I made, so I started experimenting with some of the more wacky features. Throughout, you can see me like experimenting with some throughout like all my packs. Like I experiment more in things as I like go through them. One thing I will say is that Zook's hair. Oh yeah, this is Melee and Zook, by the way. They are part of the band Bunk Bed Junction, and they want to bring back rock and bring it back and overthrow our pop, hyper pop overlords. That's the main theme of the game. But Zook's hair you saw back there was still a bit bouncy, and that's because I didn't find this out. I found it weird when I was testing. I was like, because I originally wanted Zook's hair to be bouncy, but then I decided, nah, that doesn't really make much sense. So I decided to change it back. But one thing that I didn't, so when I changed it back to, I set the bounce to 1. I thought it was still a bit off, but like, I figure, I set it to 1. I don't know what's happening. It's probably fine. It's probably in my head. But no, Pinaha actually found out that 1 is not actually normal bounce, as Peggle says. It's around 0.87, if I believe, or 0.8. But it's around that is the correct bounce. But I just set it back to 1. So yeah, that's another thing we found. That's another thing we found out later on. So that's why Zook's hair is still a bit bouncy in that level. Not as bouncy as the instruments, but still a bit bouncy. And that annoys me a bit. I'll have to go back and fix that. I'll have to go back and fix a lot of things. A lot of these packs. There's a lot of imperfections, but imperfections are what make us human. If you start making packs, you'll look back, you'll go, oh, why did I do that? That was an awful decision to do that. Why did I make a challenge where Jimmy, you have to play as Cat Tush and get 20 billion points? Like, learning is a process, and we all get better with time. We all get better with age.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. You can see, if you start making packs, you'll be able to see progress in each and every one, no matter, even if it's only a small bit. Each time you'll see a bit of progress, and that is great.
Yeah. Speaking of progress, I wanted to tell Chad a little bit about why we are here and what we're donating for. So we are donating towards the ACLU, which stands for American Civil Liberties Union. And the ACLU is a nonprofit, nonpartisan, public interest law firm operating in the United States that represents clients whose constitutional rights have been violated. The ACLU dares to create a more perfect union, beyond one person, party, or side. Their mission is to realize this promise of the United States Constitution for all and expand the reaches of its guarantees. So what that means essentially is if your rights are being violated, the ACLU is there to help you. And that ends up helping a lot of people. Ends up helping LGBTQ folks. It ends up helping people of color. It ends up helping disabled folks. You name it. The ACLU is doing amazing work representing people who need help in the courts. So every bit of your donations goes towards an amazing cause here today. And not only will you get to donate towards the incredible ACLU, but you'll also get to help unlock our incentives. Right now we are looking at the next milestone at 225 for that double day run by PolyPies later in the day, and that is going to be for some fast-forwarded full clears, which are really, really hard, really fun to watch. I definitely recommend getting your donations in. Every donation goes towards our incentives this event. You don't have to click any extra buttons. So exciting.
Yeah, yippee.
Oh, no bald.
Damn.
Yeah,
I was
sometimes
hoping to
when you
save
don't
that
hit
one
any pegs with your ball,
green.
the game can decide to just not give you your ball back.
The game calls you out for your awful peggling skills.
Says you shouldn't get that ball back.
I was this is one of my favorite levels I've ever made.
It's really
The
cool
one
looking.
thing. Yeah, all these are No Straight Roads is sort of like you fight like 6 bosses. Yeah, there's a small little level up to them, but it's mainly just boss fights, and each one of these levels is concept art for each of the bosses. So this one is based off Yinu. But yeah, no, that's one of my favorite levels I've gotta say I've ever made.
That one
One
is
gripe I would
really
have about
gorgeous.
it is, oh yeah, no, yeah, Eve is Zook's ex-girlfriend of the game, and you have a big thing about that. But yeah, no, she's sort of like avant-garde.
Did you make this
All of
level
the like
specifically for wall fireballs? That's amazing.
And no, I did not. I did not know wall fireball. I don't think wall fireballs existed
When you
at
made
all at the point when I made this. Yeah.
Wow.
This is one, like I said, this is the 3rd pack I made. This was made with the early version of Peggle Edit, so that's why you might have noticed in the last level those curved bricks at the top. They were very big and large. That's because all you had to make curved bricks was a circle generator. So I just set it to like a very massive. So now we're in Peggle Arrow. This is based off the Fruitiger Arrow aesthetic. That was very popular in the 2000s. It's very nostalgic for me and lots of other people. It's hard to explain, but you'll know it when you see it. You know, it's where this like it incorporates a lot of water. You know, those clear sort of glassy vibes and like lots of blues and greens, and it's a very nostalgic for me. And you know, after making I made this pack after Neon White, and after making 4 packs based off of games, I wanted to branch out and make a level pack based on something else, you know, other than just my favorite games, because there's a lot more that I realized I could make level packs out of, and so this is where that's what I ended up with, because I thought it would be really unique, and I'd say this is probably one of the level packs that I'm like happiest with. I always come back to this, and I'm always just so pleased with how lots of it turned out. This is where I also found out about custom graphics. So I I downloaded this Ace Attorney pack off of Game Banana. I played it. I loved it. I'm very sorry I cannot remember the name of the person that made it. They make lots of great levels packs. They also made a Pi Day level pack. Um, but they really helped me realize. They helped me realize that you can make custom graphics, because Milovic also was doing a level pack stream, and when he played my No Straight Road level pack, he played as Warren, and his hat color was different. And I was like, oh shit, that's the hat from one of the people from Ace Attorney. So then I realized that it was actually from when I loaded in the Ace Attorney pack. It changed the color of Warren's hat. I was like, holy shit, I could do so much with this. And so I messaged them on Game Banana and found out that you can just add in images normally into Peggle Edit, and then just give them the name of like the file directory name of the asset in Peggle. So for this level pack, I made 3 custom sprites. I made one for the ball, which is a marble. I made one for Cinder, as you've seen, which turns into a bubble. I made another one for Marina, which turns her electro ball into this like glass ball thingy that I just thought I made it, and I just thought it looked cool. And I've this opened up so much for me. It made me truly realize like how much you could do with level packs with custom sprites, because you can add so much more character. You can replace anything in the game, well, most things in the game, uh, 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 probably everything, with your own custom sprites. So like I could change Marina to be like the Inkling from Splatoon. I could make Jimmy. I could make Jimmy an anime girl. You can do whatever you want. It really adds so much more creativity to what you're making.
Yeah,
Yeah, God
that is
bless.
really really awesome.
Yeah, God bless that person who made the Ace Attorney and Pi Day level packs. I think they've also made more. I'm so sorry, I can't remember your name, but they truly opened up another like facet that I never even thought of before with making level packs.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah,
These are super, super creative, and yeah, I love that we are now in a level pack that is not based off of the game. It's a really creative aesthetic to go ahead and base a level pack off of. Really awesome.
yeah. I don't have. I have a lot of ideas for a lot more game oriented level packs. I, it's kind of hard basing making a pack that isn't just based off a game, but I that's just because like I have so many. I just play like a lot of games, and those are what I mostly have like interest and connections in. I don't watch a lot of shows or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this really helped me with branching out creatively.
Yeah, for sure. It's all about creativity. I
Um,
really like that this whole thing has kind of been about that. And remember, chat, if you want to make your own level packs, or if you want to play level packs, you can do that. You just have to have Peggle Nights, and you can let your own creativity shine or experience the joy of other people's Peggle levels. There's more Peggle content out there than you ever knew.
yeah, there's so much more. Like on Game Banana, we also besides there's now 3 full game mods for Peggle. There's Pegged for Peggle Deluxe. There's Peggle Fevers by us, and there's also Peggle Dinners, which was created by a bunch of Grapefruit fans based off of one joke that he made when he was playing level packs. That Grapefruit also played all of my packs on stream. That was a really big moment for me as one of my idols that brought me into the Peggle speedrunning scene. Him and Doug.
Yep. Do we
So,
have any
but
Grapefruit
yeah,
or
there's a
Doug
lot of
fans in
people.
chat? Would love to hear
Yeah,
you rep that. Absolutely.
yeah.
They've both done a lot for the Peggle
Grapefruit
scene.
has been another. Yeah, Grapefruit's done a lot. I would say for Peggle level packs as well. He's done multiple level pack streams of just different level packs by different people that they've sent him. And yeah, he's just been great for Peggle level packs as well.
Yeah,
But yeah.
absolutely.
So this pack, as I said, I made this after Neon White, and I learned from Neon White, you know, the amount of pegs I had was way too much. I think in this pack, I found a very good level with the amount of pegs that's good for like gameplay. I there some levels are a bit lacking, but I think for the most part, all of them are just like it hits that perfect balance of this is like just enough. Like it's not too like overwhelming, and it's not too empty. Hits that nice sweet spot you want to have. Of every peg is there for a purpose. There's some things that I wish I go back like this rod up here. It's just a rod. I could have made it more obvious. I could have made a lot of things more obvious. Like one thing I tried to make obvious here is the DS by adding in that little blue circle to help you know that it's a teleport. Oh, but one thing
Nice shot.
also slightly annoys me is how I cropped this. I cropped DS by the hinges and not just all the way across so it's flat like a normal person. No, I had to go do all the effort of changing all that.
Hey,
For
the effort is what
no
makes these
reason.
packs so special and so cool. And speaking of effort, I also want to highlight another custom game. We did talk about it before, but Peggle Fevers is a custom full mod for Peggle Nights. Minedea did indeed work on that game. And I am mentioning it because it is coming up later in our schedule after the Peggle Nights Bingo, which please stick around for the Peggle Nights Bingo. It is going to be fantastic. But then, right after that is going to be Peggle Fevers, which is a huge celebration of the Peggle speedrunning community. It's a full game mod for Peggle Nights, so it's essentially like Peggle 3 a little bit. If you wanted Peggle 3 from the Game Awards,
That's good.
this is what you're gonna get, okay? You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. But that run is not only going to be ran by an esteemed Peggle runner, Polypies, but Polypies actually hasn't ran Peggle Fevers before, so it is going to be an any percent blind run. That is a blind run, chat. You want to see a Peggle master go into a Peggle game that he's never played blind? You definitely want to stick around for that.
Peggle Fevers truly is the Avengers Endgame of Peggle speedrunning.
Also, I did want to mention to chat, because some ads did just run, that all contributions made to the stream today will also go towards charity. Half of the of what you donate for a sub or for bits, or even merch purchases will go towards the ACLU today. So that means $3 per sub. And half of the proceeds on everything else do go towards the ACLU. So if you do want to drop a sub or even use a Prime sub, which of course is free of charge, you will also be donating towards the ACLU.
Yeah. As I've mentioned before, I mentioned before about Peggle Edit was made by Intel Orca. Great program that's come a long way. But there is still some things that are jank about it, like moving rods and moving polygons, which you'll see in a bit here in an upcoming level. But a lot of features that they've added have been really helpful, like the brick pen, which is absolutely phenomenal for making curves. Because before, I mentioned this a small bit before, but if you wanted to make any curved bricks, you would have to use the circle generator to make a circle of bricks, And so what I would do in my early level packs was I would Frankenstein a bunch of differently shaped circles together to create the curve I wanted. So this would create a bunch of because of this would make a bunch of bricks that just weren't the same like uniform size, and they looked kind of weird. But thankfully, Intel Orca has blessed us with multiple updates to Peggle Edit, making it so much better, making it so it doesn't crash after you push one button. And it's great. They're they are fantastic, and yeah, everyone should go support them.
Absolutely.
In
Yeah,
their
huge
Peggle
shout outs
Edit.
to Intel Orca. It's done so much for the
Yeah,
community. Absolutely.
yeah. So I mentioned this a small bit before, but me and Emilovic, we also hosted a Peggle level making contest, and so what I did for that was, well, for one of them, I created a template for people to make a level, um, based using the pegs that were provided. So I put like say like a circle here, and people would have to build around that circle, and that led to some very fun ideas. I think it got some people into making level packs, hopefully. But um, I do think that it did also limit some creativity. Like some other level pack creators, like Panaha, they didn't participate in it because he didn't have, partly because he didn't have time, and also because he felt like it limited his creativity too much. And I feel like I respect that, and so um, when me and Emilovic come back to this event one day, maybe wink, wink, nudge, hopefully, maybe,
So
uh,
exciting.
we'll definitely make it more open. Yeah, we'll make the theming more elaborate, and hopefully stop not hamper creativity, because very creative thing level packs, as I've mentioned multiple times here
Yeah.
during this run.
It's all
Yeah,
about creativity.
yeah.
And I think, is this the
This
last
level
level in
is
the Arrow Pack?
no, the arrow pack is also my biggest pack. So there's 15
Ooh.
levels. Wow,
Whoa.
even more levels. But yeah, so there's 5 more after this. But yeah, Peggle is also where I start my level pack started ballooning in size, and they slowly started getting bigger and bigger. So with my first one, Splattle, I had 5. With Professor Layton, I had 6, and then with No Straight Roads, I had 5. But then in Neon White, I had 10, and in this one, I had 15. So then, after this, I also realized that if I want to get packs out, and not uh and not try and like strain myself trying to make 25 levels all based on Katamari and like running myself dry creatively, need to limit myself in that as well. Yeah. So this is, as I thought, you'll see here the moving rods here. These don't properly work in Peggle Edit. The preview doesn't work, so I had to put a moving peg beside them to see what the preview would actually look like when I made them, which is slightly annoying, but you know, we get through it. A good craftsman doesn't blame his tools. But this background image, um, I think this background is beautiful. This was, as you'll notice, it's 2 actors. I forget their actual names, but it's Stanley and Meredith, and they are playing DDR at a charity gala auction thing by another celebrity in the 2000s, in like 2002. And I thought this was just one of the most interesting photos I've ever seen.
This is
And it
hilarious.
perfectly encapsulates, yeah, it perfectly encapsulates this 2002 era feeling that I was going for. And oops. And this is another one. I found. This is Windows Vista. I don't know if it's beer. I think it's just sparkling water, sadly. But this like Windows Vista beer from like the Windows Vista launch party. This was I found a lot of crazy images when I was looking for a background for this level pack. Um, and there's so many just weird oddities came up, and I had to make them all level packs. I had to make them all levels. I had to make them all. I had to put them all in, and so that's partly why this level pack ballooned into how big it was. There's just so much I ended up adding in the end, because there's just so many good images that I wanted to include. I couldn't cut any. Like this one, you have DDR up next here. This is one of my favorite levels I've ever done. As
Ooh,
you know,
DDR level. Look at that go. That's so cool. Chat, this might be my
yeah,
favorite.
this really, yeah, no, this really was, a perfect level idea. I was making this and I was like, hold on, I am like the greatest. I am Leonardo DiCaprio inventing like a flying machine in like the 1600.
Oh my goodness,
I am the
Olivia.
Renaissance man.
I am the Renaissance man.
This I am though. Look at this. Have you ever seen a more beautiful Peggle level in your life? It all works so well. Oh, it is a bit difficult, but with who helps out a lot sometimes when he's not being an absolute jerk. But this is still okay. Well, this bit is a bit iffy. Okay, yeah, maybe not so possible anymore. We'll yeah.
We'll try it. Why not?
Hit that per. Oh, okay.
Oh,
One off,
so
of course.
close. Yeah, you did get to one peg down there, so that was really close. But try it again.
Yeah.
Who will help us out?
Hopefully, who is more beneficial this time. If we get the there, then he'll definitely go ham. Okay, never mind. Who do whatever you want. But yeah. One other issue I see a lot of people do, and I, still do sometimes to this day, is that the border in Peggle Edit is a bit deceitful. Uh, so a lot of times, if people end up putting a peg too far out to the edge, it'll just be hidden like that. And so, sometimes that can be very like hard to see. And, it can be confusing if like you have one orange left and you don't know where it is. And it's just hiding uh, on the side, and it's just really hard to see. So that's another thing I recommend is keeping pegs away from the, well, like not fully away, but like out of the edge. Make sure they're visible. And also another big one is keeping them out of the range of like this circle around the cannon, because if you put them inside the cannon, you won't be able to hit them without some weird ricochets. And if you put them like directly where the mouth of the cannon is, you just get some jank angles that it like shoots and it bursts out of the peg. And no one wants that. No one likes it. No, everyone. You see that happen, you go ew. It, no one likes it. So just keep them out here and make sure you can hit every peg. Make sure if you shoot left or fully right, you can hit the highest peg up there. That's some more advice.
I'm really loving all this advice on how to like make your Peggle levels the best that you can. It's really great. And I also want to advise chat, another thing that you can do to be awesome and cool and help the world out is donate towards the Pegglethon, because we are benefiting the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union, and we are not only doing that, but we also have some open incentives that donating will go ahead and make it so that we can unlock right now we've got one open for the double day run later, which, by the way, what even is double day? I've mentioned it a couple times, but it's PollyPie's self-made category where he plays 2 instances of Peggle Deluxe at once with 2 different Peggle characters, so that's going to be amazing. Definitely stick around for that. But after that run, if we get $225 on the marathon total, we will get to see a bonus fast-forwarded full clears of some of the levels in that game if we get $225 on the marathon in total. Also, if you are just joining us, welcome in to Peggle for Charity 2024, the Pegglethon. We are benefiting the ACLU, and we are playing a bunch of amazing Peggle games, and all of our incentives are milestone incentives. So that means if you donate, you are contributing towards our incentives. !donate to go to our Tiltify page and go ahead and contribute towards the Pegglethon. I would absolutely love to see a $5 train with your opinions on what your favorite level pack is you've seen so far today, what kind of level pack you want to make, or what game you'd like to see made into a level pack the most.
Alright, decided to lock in and stop being washed and just, beat the level with 5 balls casually. Anyways, so this background, this is I believe it's called the Shangdu Metro Station, but it is a metro station in Japan, I believe, and it is so incredible to just look at. It is one of the most most 2000s architecture I've ever seen, and it took me a long time deciding which image of it to use for this, but I settled on this one. I was hoping, I wanted to do something with this like wavy floor and the wavy peg patterns coming out. I don't think I fully encapsulated it. I think that the moving pegs in it were kind of iffy, and I wish I could go back and redo them, make them more unique and less annoying. This one, however, as we all know, this is the famous Peggle Bliss background. This cool movement at the bottom, I blatantly stole from Pinaha. He I believe he was experimenting with movement for a cut level in Peggle Fevers, but he was experimenting with this movement pattern, and I just was like, yo, I'm just gonna steal this, so that's cool. And then when he was testing my pack about like a month or 2 later, he's like, yo, that's my movement, I made those. Yeah, every time I get my every time I make a pack, I finish making a pack, I get it tested by some pro pegglers. And I also make sure that every pack I 100% an ace every level to make sure that it is actually doable and fun. Now, this level pack. This is also one of my favorite level packs. It's hard for me to rank this. I don't know if I rank this or Peggle Arrow as the best, but this one, it is based off Brutal Orchestra. Brutal Orchestra is one of the best games I have ever played in like my entire life. It is so good, so underrated. It is a roguelike turn-based RPG, but it's all based on a grid, and you have to move your guys, you have to move your party members out of danger, but you also have to move them to hit certain enemies. But attacking, the way you attack in this game is so unique. I've never seen anything like it. You get pigment from attacking different colored enemies and also yourself. So if you hit a red enemy, you get a red pigment, and you can use an attack that uses like 2 red pigment and a yellow pigment, and it is just fantastic. It is great. It is a labor of love, and
Ooh, nice
classic
save.
shot without hit. Anyways,
That was beautiful.
What are you gonna say? A save implies we were in danger. We were never in danger.
You're so right, my dear. I should have never doubted you.
Yeah,
You are correct.
exactly. Yeah, but yeah, no, this level pack, it did the creator of Brutal Orchestra herself, Talia Bob Mayer. She saw this pack. She likes it herself. She on like the trailer I made. She says pegging the fuck out, which was I was really happy that I got
Oh, that's
the
really
actual
awesome that
dev
the dev
of the game.
loves this pack. That's really, really
Yeah,
cool.
and another big thing this pack did was this is how Greyfruit found me in my packs, and this is how it led to him streaming my packs. Is he was about to play Brutal Orchestra, uh, and so he was looking up things about the game, and like this was like only a couple days after I'd uploaded my trailer for the game, and so that's how he found me, and so it was just miracle timing,
I gotta say,
and
also,
so it led to him.
yeah, that's really great.
Yeah, yeah, no, it led to this pack did a lot of things for me.
Yeah, I'm really
Stroked my
happy for
ego a
you on
lot.
that. One thing I gotta say is Minedea makes amazing trailers for these level packs. Every time there's a Minedea level pack drop, it's super exciting because, well, not every time, but most of the time, Minedea will make a really, really amazing like cinematic trailer showing off the level pack. So that's a very cool sort of feature of what he
Yeah,
does.
I started making trailers with neon white, and I've made one so far for each of them.
Yeah.
Before I just made custom posters I made in like 2 minutes in MS Paint, and I still do that, but the videos have also allowed me to creatively branch out more. Like my neon white video trailer, I think that is still probably I did that one. That is still one of my best trailers I've made. Um, my Peggle Arrow one straight after it, not so great, too long. This pack, this trailer I made for this one, great, but there's still some bits that drag on a bit too long. Like there's like a like 12-second shot of the Bosch ball, which I haven't mentioned yet. The Bosch ball, yo, the Bosch ball. Okay,
Yeah, the Bosch ball. We love the Bosch ball.
so I said this game. This game is called. The game's full title is Hieronymus Bosch's Brutal Orchestra, and everyone, if you don't know, Hieronymus Bosch is the famous Dutch painter from the 1700s. That he painted you probably know him from his most famous work, The Garden of Earthly Delights, and a bunch of enemies in this game, and a bunch of the style of this game in general is inspired by his art and things in it, which I love Hieronymus Bosch's art. I love how they implement it into the game. So
Yeah, this is a super cool
in the
little art
game,
history lesson too. Who knew we were
yeah.
getting art history in this,
So this
in the Pegglethon PFC 2024?
you never
That's
know what
great.
you're gonna get. Yeah.
Exactly, you never know.
So this guy down here is he's Bosch. He is a this guy is Nowak. He's the main character. He is dead. He is in purgatory, and Bosch is sort of like this manifestation of Hieronymus Bosch, an artist that inspired him because he was an artist. But the lore gets really deep. I don't have enough time to explain all of it here. All you gotta know is this is Bosch, and this is the Bosch ball, baby. Yo, Bosch ball. Can we get some pogs in the chat for Bosch ball? We all love Bosch. He's
sure
a G.
do.
And so hopefully I'll be able to. This will be lickety. Oh, nope. Never mind. Planned.
I'm seeing
Lickety
some
split.
pogs in chat for Bosch. Very exciting. I would love to also see some donations for Bosch. We've been doing absolutely amazing on the marathon so far. We have unlocked several of our incentives thus far which is just fantastic. But we have more incentives to go. We are not done. We also have the fast-forwarded full clears incentive right now. That is our next incentive. That would happen after the double day run by Polypies later this afternoon. If we get $225 on the marathon total, we get to unlock that. We are less than $100 away, chat, so we can absolutely get that if we work together. I would love to see a $5 train. It can be for Bosch. It can be for anything you want to do. I saw an idea in chat about a Shadow the Hedgehog level pack. I think that sounds amazing, so I'd love to hear your level pack ideas and donations as well. Anything you want to make me say, this is your chance. You've got Satan on the mic.
Satan on the 101.
Yes, if you want to make Satan
Yeah,
say
one
something,
thing-
this is your shot. You can make me say basically whatever you want.
Although not anything you want though. There are some restrictions.
True. True.
Yeah.
I will not say that Deluxe is
So-
better than Knights, for example.
Real. That's another hard pill people aren't willing to swallow.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
In the
Peggle
previous
names.
level there, you might have noticed the portal at the bottom with the icon on it. That's the in the game. That's the passive icon for the passive. That's the icon for the passive dying. So you can probably what's the word? I forget the word. You can probably tell what going into a portal does for your ball then. And this symbol, I wish I just made this the actual object and not try to match it to the background cracks. But that's the icon for frail in the game. So yeah. Now onto another pack. We're onto Professor Layton. Everyone, you might remember Professor Layton. He is he's a professor of archaeology. He's also British. Yeah, but don't let that
Give him a
turn you off
hand,
the
he's
game.
British.
It's a yeah, that he is he solves puzzles and mysteries, and in the game you solve puzzles and you uncover mysteries. As I said before, he was big on the DS, but each of these levels I have is based off of one of the games. So this one is based off the first game, the Curious Village. This is also his apprentice Luke. But yeah, fantastic puzzle games on the DS. I'm sure many people have played them or remember them, but they're great. This level is based off of the Diabolical Box, or the Pandora's Box as it's known in the EU here. But for all these levels, I except for one, I use their American names to base the level name off of, and not the European one. But yeah, beautiful games. And I wish I knew about custom sprites when I made this pack, because I would have made Warren's hat his Layton's glorious black and red top hat in a heartbeat. But
That would have been super cool.
another game. Yeah, another game I love and cherish. This was the second level pack I made, and it's also made in the old version of Peggle Edit. So that's why you might know this. Some weird looking pegs and bricks, or just bricks. This is what happens if you make a brick curve 180 degrees. I do not recommend doing this. It is a bad idea. Yeah, you also notice that in his arms they're kind of weird with all like there's kind of like gaps, and like they're not all like the same size. That's because, as I said before, I was Frankensteining different shaped curves of circles together. So that's why Luke's hat is like kind of janky there. It's not like a perfect curve, but eh. We a good craftsman doesn't blame his tools until a new version, a new, nicer, updated version of those tools come out and makes everything better. Yeah, this one, this is the level I was talking about before. This is the one. This is the only one where I based the name off the European version. I call it the Peg's Call, which is the name of the game is the Spectre's Call, but in America it was known as the Last Spectre. So that's the one that I base off the European name here. But yeah, more janky, sort of curves with bricks. You know, as I said, working with what I had, but that struggle helped me appreciate. It hardened me. It made me more resilient to making Peggle levels in the future. Made me work harder and smarter. Yeah. Why use 20 bricks when one brick do better? Well, that's because one brick may not be the best. But yeah,
And then,
like this.
Minedea,
Oh
I
yeah,
want
so
to
you.
ask, is this our final level pack, or do we have another?
No, there is one more after this.
All right, and then we're going to get to do our challenges incentive. Once again, thank you all so much for donating towards that incentive and also to get our first bonus run unlocked. But we have 2 more incentives that we currently have on the schedule to unlock today. Including that fast forward full clears, but I also want to talk about our second bonus run. We have 2 full bonus runs, one of which we have on the schedule, and another one we're still waiting on. That is going to be for Stir Fry, who is one of the organizers of this marathon, to play Holidays 08 any percent. So Holidays 08 is actually a level pack, kind of like the ones that you're seeing here, but it's not custom content, it's official Peggle sponsored level pack. And that any percent run will be run if we get to the milestone amount. So every donation contributes towards not only the next incentive for the double day run later, but also the bonus run that we will hopefully be able to see at the end of the marathon if we get enough donations in. Also, as soon as we get that $225 met for that bonus double day incentive, you will get to know about what is our super secret extra bonus incentive that we're hoping to meet in addition to that bonus run. That information will be unlocked if we get to that donation amount. So come on, chat, let's get those donations in. I want to read your donation messages. I want to read those donations. Let's donate to the ACLU, an amazing cause, and get more Peggle on the schedule.
Woo. Yeah. But so this was the last level or last game Leighton has had so far. But a new one was just announced coming soon to Switch. Anyways, here we are. This is the first level pack I ever made. This is the first level I ever made. This is based off Splatoon, my absolute favorite game series. I love this series to death. I love everything about it. I love the art, the gameplay, the music, the style, all of it. It is a third-person shooter where you use ink as bullets, but you also use it to cover the ground and use it as movement. So if you can ink a path in front of you and then swim through it and to go faster and sneak up and surprise enemies. And it's a lot of people may not know this, but it has a very strong competitive scene and is one of the fastest shooters out there at the moment, even though it may just everyone just writes it off as just a kid's shooty ink game. But yeah, no, there's a lot to Splatoon. With this level pack, I based it off of each of the games and an aspect of one of the games. So this is Splatoon 1. This is based off the single player. This is the single player from Splatoon 2. So in the single player, it changes from slightly from game to game. The lore in this game is crazy. But long story short, um, you were the Inklings. You were fighting the Octarians. Um, but that's changed. There's more of a peace deal going on nowadays. Now with Octolings on the surface and such. But in it is a fantastic game. With a lot of lore that you don't really expect. Like it is actually based. Humans are actually extinct and have been dead for a long time, and squids and octopuses just evolved to walk on land, and they have now taken over society. Like in the newest game, I think this puts it home. Like it shows it off the most, as there's you can see the Eiffel Tower, just like bent over and destroyed, just in the opening parts of the game.
So, Mindy, I'm gonna
Yeah,
cut
there's a
in
lot
with a
to this
couple
game. I recommend.
things. First
Oh, yeah.
thing is we've got
Sorry, yeah.
$5. No worries. We've got $5 from Sino, who says, "I'd love to make a custom pack for the game Subnautica. It seems like it would have some great art, which would go great in Peggle." Absolutely, I completely agree with that. I do believe that there is a level pack based on Subnautica, but you can
Yeah, I was
always
gonna say
make your own
Yeah.
and use different background images. That is a great idea. And then the second thing I'm going to say is we're running a little bit overtime here, my dear. So for all the levels going forward, just try them once. No worries. It's no problem at all. Just want to make sure we're moving so we get to see those challenges that we donated for. I want to see them.
All right, yeah. None of my practices went on quite this long. Yeah, I apologize
It's
for that.
always different in a marathon
yeah.
setting. No worries at all. No worries. Just make sure that we want to see every level. But yeah, no need to.
All right, yeah.
No need to worry about it.
Usually the sick debuff helps me, but I guess not today. Yeah. So
that's not quite
also Sino, I have some. Yeah, Sino, I have some good news for you. Puppet Speeder, the mod on speedrun.com for Peggle has actually made a Subnautica level pack. So you might want to give that a shot. I think you might like it. But yes. Yeah, this level is based off of Splatoon 2. You can see as this was like I was experimenting with like movement and stuff because this is my first time trying out Peggle at it. So I experimented with more movers and stuff in this level. And I'm about to finish this here, please. There we go.
Nice.
And then this one, Salmon Run, is based off the PvE mode, Salmon Run, which is it's basically like COD Zombies. You are a team, and you try to survive waves of salmonid attacking the shore, basically. In this one, I wanted to try out more like curves and stuff. They are all gone because I just eviscerated them with a fireball, but I wanted to experiment with more peg thickness and curves and stuff, so I have a big meaty brick up here, which I need to bring back at some point. I do have a soft spot for this one big meaty brick.
I was gonna say I love that thing.
But yeah, I did experiment with like some skinnier bricks here and just curves overall. And then this level, I want to again experiment with movers. I'll go Who here, so hopefully we can see some telefrag action. But yeah, this one is based off the latest game in the series, Splatoon 3. The best one in the game, the best in the series so far. And
yeah,
the one I've sunk
chat,
the most hours into.
That
so
at one point, I forget exactly what this was for, but we did do a Peggle event where Minedea won a prize, and he chose to make it so that I learned all of the Splatoon lore. So when Minedea started explaining Splatoon lore, I was like, why why exactly do I already know all of this? Oh yeah, Minedea had me learn about it.
I I had any excuse to get people to learn about my hyperfixations.
Yeah, the
I
best
think
part about that's really the best part about Peggle levels is, do you really like something? Make a Peggle level pack about it, and then people will have to look at it.
yeah. All of my Peggle levels are just my hyperfixations. It's great. I got to bring them
Alright.
into this other game I love.
And that's time on
Alright.
that. GG! Give me 1 second. I'd like to restart the timer for this one. So give me a countdown when you're ready.
Alright.
So this is going to be the bonus challenges incentive that you all donated for. Thank you so much for doing that. We're going to do the We Peg Katamari challenges. And then, yeah, it's going to be awesome. Give me a countdown.
Yay. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, so one thing I did, We Peg Katamari. When I uploaded that trailer, a lot of people had issues with We Peg Katamari because they're like, whoa there, what do you mean by that? It's an acronym, guys. They're clearly all capitalized with periods after them. We positively enjoyably get Katamari, you know. People are trying to make it weird. I don't get that, you know. We just love. I just realized I am who. Okay. It's fine. I thought it was Chula. We roll with it. Yeah.
And we haven't really explained Tula's
One
power,
thing I
but
didn't.
Tula is one of the best characters in Peggle Nights because her power is to get 25% of the remaining orange pegs. And she can also get 2 at minimum, so you can leave her for some really hard oranges at the end. But since this challenge has 55 orange pegs, yes, indeed, we want those oranges to get got.
Yeah.
As opposed to the normal 25.
This
by the
level,
way, so a lot more.
Yeah. This level, as I said before, I test all my levels to make sure that they are full clearable. This one took by far the longest out of anything I've ever tried. I sent it to Britcha. I don't think he ever full cleared it. But after extensive testing, I proved that it was full clearable. But it took me. I was grappling with this level concept for a while, wondering if I should do it or not. Because it's cool, but like,
it's really satisfying
at what point
to look
does
at.
cool become? Yeah, at what point does cool become gimmicky and not fun to play? But I think this toes the line of being, fairly fun and interesting to play as a level. With all the different pegs. One thing that is annoying though about it is that because when the after Braspy has done some research on this, but levels that have pegs start like off screen or off stage, they can't or are very unlikely to be orange. So a majority of the time you will just not have a green peg in the circle. So yeah, this is a standard this is a standard pinball challenge everybody knows and loves.
Yep, make Peggle
Resetting
into
for
the
the triple
pinball
score
game.
there,
It was
not because I
always
messed
destined
that
to be.
up. Yeah, George, I think, will be very happy to see this right now. He made a whole level pack based around just pinball, and there we go. You didn't have to beat the level, but ended up being faster. Yeah, you just had to score 500k. This one is an interesting level. I haven't seen this done anywhere else, but this one is, you have to beat the level without any green pegs.
Oh,
And
that is
I
creative.
had not seen that done.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I
That's
hadn't seen that
actually
done
so
anywhere
cool.
else.
Minedea innovating out here.
Yeah, so I am. You can do so much with the challenges. And when you think you've done everything, you realize that you can go into the code You can go into the CFG file and make a low score challenge because everyone loves low score challenges. All right, am I right, guys? Gonna get some. Everyone loves low score challenges. Everyone does, I know I do. But yeah, there's some that you have to edit some stuff in the CFG files to get to, because not all of it's in Peggle. But you can do a lot of things if you edit the CFG. This may be doable. Start with the line. Nope. Okay.
One more try.
Will I go to a new challenge? Or
Yeah,
will
try
I
all of them first, and we can maybe come back to this.
Okay.
Depends on if we're over or not.
Yeah,
I'll let you know.
Alright, this is just a jewel with the king of all cosmos, this jolly fellow right here.
Oh.
Didn't really explain it a lot before, but in Katamari you play as the prince, which is not on the screen right now, but you have to go and create new stars by rolling up everything you see on your Katamari. And this guy is the king of all cosmos, your dad, and he judges you based on how good your stars are. But yeah, no, you have to play a ferocious duel against him here.
Yeah, and as we explained earlier, duels are points based. So you want to get more points than your opponent, and the game will penalize you if you don't hit an orange on your shot. So that's why Mindea's doing that right over there.
One thing about this guy is it is a master AI, so it is the hardest in the game. But that doesn't phase us. We still win these very easily by not hitting any pegs. But that is actually a strategy because... Okay, that was my last ball. That is still a strategy because it's mind games. And I will go to the next challenge I just remembered. This one is we love Peggles. So this is my Jimmy challenge, and it's based. I increased the gravity and the shot velocity, so it's basically Scott percent.
Look at that ball go.
Like technically, it's close you're gonna get to Scott percent in Nights.
Amazing. Yeah, there's a cheat code that works in Peggle Deluxe and in Peggle Extreme where you can speed up the ball by typing Scott. We're actually going to see that later in this marathon. There's going to be a Scott percent EGM for Peggle Extreme run, where we're going to complete the game full cleared 100% the entire game with that speed up cheat code. All right, go ahead and retry some challenges. We are under time.
All right. So yeah, back to this challenge. Everyone loves this challenge. Everyone loves not having their master powers that they work so hard to get. But you know what? This is pure Peggle. You know, this is, if you can beat this challenge, you are a true Peggle master. You don't need any powers. You don't need anything like that. You just need simple the basics.
And no luck at all. There's no luck involved in Peggle.
Exactly. Takes you back to your first run on 1-1. Simpler times before you decide to dedicate thousands of hours to this game.
Yeah, to the game.
to Peggle skills, which may or may not benefit you in the future.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I never thought about playing the game without any greens at all, actually. I mean, I did. We do have a mod for that. But, just kind of in the game, doing a challenge, it's a really interesting way to play Peggle. I would have never really considered it.
Yeah, I was practicing. This was the main one I practiced leading up to this. Just because it is quite hard.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's not a 370k points with Jimmy hard, but it is still quite it's still quite difficult.
Yeah. After this attempt on this one, you can try the other challenge again if you'd like, and then we'll be done.
All right.
We got to see all of them, and they're all absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. and you might be able to play them faster than me. And you can download all of these on Game Banana right now if you want to play them, which I highly recommend you do. And all the other wonderful level packs on Game Banana, like Peggle Fever's on there too. That's
Yep,
gonna be run later as well. Okay, yeah.
absolutely. Yep, all these level packs and more are free on Game Banana. So if you own Peggle Nights in Steam, that is where you can use to play these guys. And also, in addition to that, yeah, we have Peggle Fevers later, and right after Peggle Fevers, we're going to be having a double day run by Polypies. That means we are going to see 2 Peggle Deluxe runs at once, by the way, on that. So definitely stick around. But
Double the Peggle.
yep, double the Peggle, double the fun. But we also have an incentive open for that run. That is going to be for a bonus fast-forwarded full clears. So Polypies is going to full clear levels while the game is permanently fast-forwarded. It's not like nothing you've ever seen before. And if we get that, we get information on a bonus secret incentive that we have not announced to anyone yet. So that's really, really exciting. That's $225 on the marathon. If we meet that, we get to hear that bonus information, and we get to see that bonus incentive. All of your donations go towards that. So go ahead and type !donate in chat to donate towards the marathon. I also see in chat some love for the Katamari levels, which I love them too.
Yeah.
All right, final call here.
Yeah,
Let's get that duel. Chat, let's give Minedea all of your energy.
All right. Lend me your strength.
Yes, come on, chat.
Lend me your power.
Let's come together and defeat the king of all cosmos.
Yeah. Let's overthrow him.
But yeah, no joke. These are some of the best looking Peggle levels I've ever seen. They're gorgeous.
Yeah, I can't agree more. I think Katamari has another like beautiful art style that lends it very well to Peggle levels. You know, it has that same sort of happy aesthetic that Peggle has. Yeah. Ooh.
Oof, man. The AI can really
And
just
he's gonna
see
get
things
that fireball.
that you cannot do sometimes.
Yeah.
AI.
Well,
that's all right. We saw them all. We did it all. We saw every single one of Mindea's levels. That was awesome, Mindea.
Yep.
Thank you so much for
very
running
much
for us.
Having me.
Yes. Where can the people find you if they want to see more?
Minedea101 everywhere. On YouTube, on Twitch when I stream once in a blue moon. On Twitter, I do not tweet. I retweet Peggle Fever's announcements, and that's it. I tweet nothing else. But follow me if you want. That's it.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here. That was amazing. Thank you for showcasing every single level that you've made. That's super cool. I hope chat loved it as much as I did. And we are going to go ahead and throw to the break screen because we're going to set up for our very next run. We have a Spring Fevers Any Percent run by Manicatty coming up for you. Spring Fevers, by the way, being one of those official Peggle Nights level packs we were talking about. So go ahead and stick around for that. You're going to want to see it. There may or may not be a reference to a different PodCap game in that one. Go ahead and guess which one it is. And once again, thank you, Minedea, for being here. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break.